Okay, welcome back. Apparently I've been looking it up how to pronounce some of these words. So apparently it's called Steins Gate, not Steins Gate. So, sorry about that. I guess I don't know how to read. Other than that, I figured out her name is Gurusu. So we're gonna go with that. Makase Gurusu. Sorry about that. I had to get some breath here. So shall we continue with this one? Can I backlog this and play it? No, I cannot. So I guess we'll continue.
ところで法王院さん、ワームホールってどんなものか知ってますか?
No, don't ask me, damn it. I'm trying to hold back here. Though, since she's the one who asked me, I can't leave the question unanswered.
空間に開いた抜け道のようなものだろう?
Phew, awesome, I got that right. I secretly sigh in relief.
2つの穴があって、それはトンネルでつながっている。トンネルは通過時間ゼロで通り抜けられる。2つの穴がどれだけ離れていてもね。だけど、ここで残念なお知らせ。ワームホールのトンネルは超重力がかかっていて、開通すると同時に潰れちゃいます。だからかかる重力を無効化するために何らかの細工をしなくちゃダメなの。いわゆるエキゾチック物質。これはマイナスの重さを持つ物質で重力に反発するんです。
Negative math, huh? I can't even begin to imagine. It's something that floats if you leave it on the ground. No, I don't think that's it. Then Kurusu puts up her right hand in a fist.
こうやってむぎゅーっとグーを作ってる状態がワームホールのトンネルです。ここを通るためには手の中に私が握ろうとする力に反発する何かを作ってむぎゅーっとできなくしないとダメということですね。
Kurusu opens her fist after saying so.
エキゾチック物質を注入してワームホールを安定させれば瞬間移動が可能になります。でもタイムトラベルをするにはそこからもう一手間必要。ここでは仮にワームホールの入り口側の穴がこの秋葉原に、出口側にある穴が LA にあるとしましょう。まず LA にある穴を光に近い速さで宇宙の果てまで飛ばしちゃってください。そして果てまで行ったらすぐに LA に引っ張り戻す。
How?
相対性理論により光の速さで動くと時間は遅く流れる。 LA に戻ってきた穴は秋葉原にある穴よりも過去にあるということになります。というわけでその状態で法王院さんがワームホールに飛び込んだら数年前の LA に行けるでしょう。でもこの時点ではまだタイムトラベルをしたことにはなりません。疑似的なタイムトラベルです。いわゆる浦島効果ね。重要なのはこの後 LA から秋葉原にもう一度ワームホールを通って戻ること。そうするとその通過時間はゼロなので、法王院さんは数年前の秋葉原に戻ってくるわけです。これでタイムトラベルは完了。ワームホール理論に必要なものは宇宙紐より楽ですよ。 その1、ワームホールそのもの。この宇宙のどこかにもしかしたらあるかもしれません。見つけた人はまだ誰もいませんが。その2、ワームホールの穴を光並みの速さで宇宙の果てまで往復させることのできるエネルギー。その3、エキゾチック物質。ちなみにこれ実在は確認されてません。
So implementation of either one requires ridiculous amount of work and effort. More like it's too unrealistic to use in a time machine.
バカらしいと最初に言った理由は分かってもらえましたか？タイムトラベルの理論はどれも思考実験です。それらの理論からでは実際にタイムマシンを作ることはできないということ。それが私からの回答です。
もっと簡単なものはないんですか？例えば机の引き出しを開けるだけで使えるものとか。
ないですね。
A firm declaration.
結局、現代の物理学じゃそこが限界。10年後にはどうなってるか分かりませんが。それに、仮にもっと簡単に過去へ行ける方法が発見されたとしても、実際に行けるとは限らない。因果率に関する根本的な問題が解決されていませんから。
タイムパラドックス、質量保存の法則。
The mass of an entire universe is constant. If a time machine travels from the future to location A in the past, location A would have the extra mass of the time machine in the writer. That's a contradiction. I remember reading in a book, a ridiculous sort of book, but hey, that's such a contradiction would put the universe in danger. It didn't say what kind of danger though.
質量保存の法則を宇宙のようなマクロレベル、あるいは原子や素粒子などのミクロレベルの仕組みに当てはめるのは誤りです。
What? Is that true? She's laughing at my reaction. That cheeky little... How mortifying.
あれは化学反応に対する法則でしかないから。現代物理学においては全く成立しない。無から有は生み出せますから。
Well, isn't that just amazing?
では何が問題となるのかね。
タイムパラドックスはタイムパラドックスでも親殺しのパラドックスの方です。
Oh, that's contradiction where... What? Am I even saying contradiction right? Contradiction. It is contradiction. Where you go into past before you're born and kill your own ancestors?
そのパラドックスの解が導き出されない限り、タイムトラベルは実現できない。絶対に。
殺さなければいいんじゃないの？
そんな単純な問題じゃありません。SF 映画と同じように考えるのはとても危険です。あなたが消えるだけじゃ済まされない。
Really? I never thought about it that seriously.
矛盾が生じることは因果率の崩壊、相対性理論の崩壊、さらにはこの世のすべての物理法則の崩壊を意味するのよ。パラドックスは理論上の思考実験に過ぎない。現実に起きることはないし、起きてはいけないことなんです。 だからたとえ 0.00001% でも起きる可能性のあるどんな行動も絶対に実行には移せない。そう考える方が自然じゃないですか？多世界解釈や自己無矛盾の原理っていう抜け道もありますが、個人的にはファンタジーすぎると思うので認めたくないですね。
Gah. I grind my teeth. When I see Makase Kurusu looking at me with a composed expression, I avert my eyes. Looks like I have no choice but to consider what? Consented? Can't even pronounce. Fuck. So tired today. Makise Kurusu truly is a genius. Kurusu. I ended up listening to all Kurusu's lecture at ATF. After the second time travel theory she introduced at the beginning, she explained all the others in easy to understand manner. She was a little awkward at first, but she gradually got used to it. By the end, I was really impressed lecture. So impressed that you wouldn't think that it was an 18-year-old's first time. She did well to respond to my malicious question with sarcasm. She got guts. Wait, why am I praising her? Leaving that aside, I saw Makase Kurusu dead, and yet she's alive. There's a contradiction in my memories, and not just about Kurusu. My conversation with Daru and my Yuri didn't mesh either, and things contrary to my memory has happened in reality. Everything would be solved if I just told myself that what I just saw was a dream, an illusion. It could never happen again. But never say never. Oh God, kill me now. Then with that said, after parting with Daru at ATF, I decided to come here, Yanabayashi Shrine, to get exorcised. I seriously doubt that Makase Kurusu at ATF was a ghost. Regardless, it's natural to want an exorcism after seeing that I'm Japanese. It's in our blood. Yanabayashi's shrine can be found by entering the first side road after crossing Mansebash Bridge right at the river that flows underneath the Grinder Bridge. It's a very small shrine that doesn't fit with the surrounding multi-tenant buildings. Kana Myojin is the more famous shrine in Akihabara, but I deliberately chose this one. The shrine grounds are so narrow there's not enough room to swing a cat. Regardless, I can hear the cries of cicadas from a few trees growing here. In front of the main building are two girls. One of them is my Yuri. The other is a dinosaur-looking girl named Miko Garb. Girl. Might be a little misleading though. This is Yurishibara Ruka, the chef priest's son. I said chef, I meant to say chief. That's right, son. He's a beautiful, lovely girl in every way, but he's a guy.
Okabe-san, konnichiwa.
He bows his head. The voice of a woman, the mannerism of a woman, even more womanly than a woman. But he's a guy. Taller than my Yuri, yet with curves oh so slender. But he's a guy. Looks good in Miko Garb. But he's a guy. Holding a bamboo broom, apparently in the middle of cleaning. But he's a guy. Almost evening, yet still so hot outside. But he's a guy. Oh, damn, cicadas won't shut up. But he's a guy.
ルカ子よ。お前、俺が与えた刀はどうした？
He is an what? Acquaintance of mine? So I call him Rukaku. In the past, I happened to save him from some photographs in a pedestrian stone. For photographers in a pedestrian zone. He's been attached to me ever since. By the way, it just happens that Rukaku and Mayuri are classmates in high school. I learned that fact after I had gotten to know him. Rukaku is taken aback to my sharp question. He first fidgeting with a flustered face, fearful of flooding tears.
妖刀さみだれのことですよね。
そうだ。あれはお前の力を制御するために買ってやったのだぞ。
ああ、秋葉の武器屋本舗で買ったやつでしょ。980円だっけ。
Okay, I'm not sure if that's a reference to Fate Stay Night, because Blade Works is in it, and it's one of the roots it has.
マユリ、それ以上言うと奴らに消されるぞ。この件については口を出すな。
消されちゃうの？おかり、心配してくれてありがとう。でも奴らって誰かな？
I ignore Mayuri's question.
それでルカ子よ。妖刀さみだれはちゃんと使っているのか？
はい。1日1回は素振りを。
あれを持ち、精神ざんまりを極めさえすれば、お前は己の内にある邪悪な炎に焼かれずに済む。
Demon Sword Samidari, or Samidari, yeah, I guess I can go with that. May be an imitation sword, but it's only the front it takes to hide from the sword, or the form. When one worthy to wield it appears, it unleashes true power. I got it cheap for only 9,800 yen, tax included. However, even if it's a fake, you'll probably get taken by the police if you just walked around town with it. That's why I always say to Rukaku, don't walk around town with it.
あんな素敵なものをプレゼントしてもらえて、岡部さんには感謝しています。
俺は岡部ではない。
おかりんだよ。ごめんなさい、京馬さん。
分かればいいのだ。では合言葉を。
エルブサイコンガリウ？
違う、コンガリュウではなくコングルーだ。
はい。エルブサイコングルー。これでいいですか
Rukaku smiles happily as I nod.
ありがとうございます。
Such fascination, loveliness. But he's a guy.
美しい師弟関係だね。へへへ。マユシーは不女子じゃないけど、ちょっとドキドキしてきちゃうよ。まゆりちゃん、変な想像しないで。
Geez, lousy. Though, we don't have a master-disciple relationship. I, as Yohonan Kyuma, have mind control, taught Rukaku off the conspiracies and ruling structures that plague the world and ways to resist them. That stuff about Demon Sword, Samidari, is part of that. Looks aside, Rukaku's very obedient and honest in character. He never gives up. And actually, Rukaku was one of the ones who asked me to teach him lots of things, so he's a very attentive disciple. Though he does not have a weakness of not catching on too quickly and being too shy.
それで、なぜマユリはここにいる？
ルカ君に会いに来たんだよ。来月のコミマでライネットのキラリちゃんコスをしてほしいってずっと頼んでるのに、ちっとも OK してくれないんだよ。
だってコスプレするなんて僕恥ずかしいよ。
でもルカ君は絶対似合うと思うんだ。こんな可愛い子が女の子のはずがないって大人気になるよ。ねえ、しようよ、コスプレデビュー。
Mayuri's hobby is making costumes. She made at least 30 so far, but it's rare for her to wear them herself. She seems to feel supremely joy in seeing someone else wearing them. And also it looks like she's chosen Rukaku as her next target. And of course, in the end process, costume Mayuri is currently raving about is for a female character. It doesn't look like Rukaku's a boy wants to wear something like that. I'm not sure if I know that feeling. I mean, he's wearing Miko garb like it's normal, so I don't think he's opposed to cross-dressing. If he's not, then I don't really see why cosplaying would be any different. I sigh and restrain Mayuri from pressing Rukaku.
そんなくだらないことは後でやるんだな。
マユシーにとっては大事なことだもん。
俺にとってはくだらないことなのだ。それよりルカ子よ、俺がこの神社を訪ねたのは他でもない。お祓いを頼みたいのだが、やってもらえないだろうか。
お祓いですか？だったらお父さんに。
いや、そこまで大げさにしなくていい。気休めでいいのだ。
That's why I came here instead of kinda Myojin.
というわけで、例のあれを持ってこい。
例のあれと言いますと、サミダレですか？
違う。お祓いに妖刀は必要ないだろう。お祓いと言ったらあれに決まっている。正式な名称は分からんが、棒に白い紙がふさふさとついていて、神主がわさわさと振るやつだ。
今のオカリンの説明、ゆとりっぽいね。
Quite a shock to hear that from Mayuri.
あ、おほぬさですね。でもお父さん貸してくれるかな。ちょっと聞いてきます。
Rukaku makes a quick bow and hurriedly runs off towards his on-premise residence. As for Mayuri, she takes her pocket watch out of her bag to check the time. It's a very old watch that you wouldn't expect a high school girl to carry in this day and age. His name is Pakiri. Obviously, that name is Mayuri gives it not its brand name or anything. I have known Mayuri to carry Pakiri with her everywhere. She went since elementary school. It's her most important treasure.
じゃあ、マユシーはこれからバイトだから、もう行くね。
そうか、頑張ってこい。バイトが終わったら直接帰るのか？
Mayuri lives in Akibukuro. Just about every day she comes to Akiba from there by train. By the way, since we're childhood friends, I live in Akibukuro too, though I have been staying at the lab ever since summer break began.
というわけで、また明日ね。
I call Mayuri to stop before she trots off to the station.
マユリ、お前はあの時ラジカンで男の悲鳴を聞いたよな。
悲鳴？
Mayuri blinks several times and puts her finger to her temple as she is in thought. Then she gives her usual smile.
それっていつのこと？
今日の昼だ。
聞いてないかな。
そうか。わかった。だったらいい。
変なおかり。じゃあね、トゥットゥルー。
Mayuri walks with her back turned around, waving at me until her figure disappears beyond the archway.
岡部さん、お待たせしました。
Rukaku returns as if to replace Mayuri. In his hands, the usual white zigzaggedy thing.
借りることができました。よかったです。あれ？まゆりちゃんは帰ったんですか？
マユリはどうでもいいから今すぐお祓いを始めるのだ、ルカ子よ。
はい、僕でいいんでしょうか。そもそも何に対するお祓いを？
Rukaku is flustered. Right after sensing this unreliable anxiety, I feel chills run down my spine.
俺に取り付いた悪霊が。
I grab my violently shaken wrist.
静まれ、悪霊よ。急げ、ルカ子。このままでは俺は乗っ取られる。
そんな、岡部さん、しっかりしてください。
俺は岡部さんではない。
すいません、京馬さん。でも僕、どうしたら？
お祓いを急げ。この前教えた通りにやればいい。
はい。
With a serious look on his face, Rukaku grabs the unusa with both hands, almost like a sword stand. He exhausts this and imposes atmosphere. His cheek blushes as his hips blubber. Looks like he wants to say something, but is hesitating, panicking because he feels awkward. Tch, amateur.
頼む。悪霊を俺の中から追い出してくれ。俺はお前を殺したくない。
Rukaku starts crying. Looks like he's really worried. Reason tells me he's a guy, but his lovely appearance makes me feel guilty, like I made a fragile girl cry. But despite the tears welling up in his eye, it looks like Rukaku's resolving himself. He erases the onusa up high, shaking it left and right. The tip of the unusa touches my upper arm. In manga and such, this would be the cue for some dramatic shockwave to occur, but nothing like that happens. The cicadas start cry, that is. I take a deep breath. The trembling in my arm stops.
大丈夫だ。悪霊は去ったようだ。よくやったな、ルカ子。
Rukaku signs in relief and blushes.
お役に立ててよかったです。
That bashful appearance really does make him look like a girl. After I got back to the lab, I took the TV that broke this noon down to Brahm Tube's workshop downstairs for repairs. Naru and Mayuri had already gone home, so I had to bring the TV down Ohiyama building its narrow stairway by myself. It was brutal, bone-breaking work. I pushed the workshop door with my hips and head inside. In the room only dim lit by the setting sun, the dim room's gigantic CTR seems awfully bright as it displays a foreign news program. A 42-inch RCT doesn't seem like something you can get in modern Japan. With LCD TVs becoming the standard, I seriously anyone would buy a bulky CTR.
Oh, どうした岡部?
Sitting in front of the huge CTR is an equally huge, muscular, middle-aged man reaching a sports newspaper. This man, in fact, the workshop's manager and the owner of this building, Tenyuji Yugo. I call this man Mr. Braun because he's an oddball who loves cattle ray tubes. Braun tubes.
どうしたもこうしたもないですよ。あなたからもらったテレビが壊れた。
おめえ、俺のブラウン管を乱暴に扱いやがったな。
I barely managed to put the heavy TV down on the counter.
愛が足りねえんだよ、愛が。
And that's it, folks. That's it for today's session. Other than that, hopefully you enjoyed this. And we'll continue on Monday, because I want to take a break from this Saturday and Sunday. So expect more every week, pretty much. Once a day though. So Till next time.